Hey Disney fans, make room for new emotions because we're taking you behind the scenes of Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2.
We've got the cast and filmmakers sharing all their feelings and showing you how they make the magic over at Pixar Animation Studios.
Plus, we're stepping onto the red carpet at the world premiere and seeing what everyone's talking about at Pixar Fest here at the Disneyland Resort.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Lisa, and this is D23
Inside Disney. We return to the mind of a now teenage Riley just as headquarters is forced to make room for something very unexpected, new emotions.
In the film, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, who've been running a successful operation so far, aren't sure how to feel when anxiety shows up. And it looks like she's not alone.
We chatted with some of the stars of the film just across the way at the Pixar Place Hotel.
First, we spoke with Amy Poehler and Hawke, the voices of joy and anxiety, to tell us how they took on the console. Thank you both so much for joining us. Okay, so Amy, how did it feel to know that you were going to take Joy on again, and then of course, Riley becoming a teenager? What were those first impressions for you?
Well, I was so thrilled to make another one of these and to be asked to be back, and it was such an incredible experience the first time, and I knew it would be another great time. And then when I heard the idea, I was really excited. You know, there's that like Chekhov's gun moment at the end of the first film where the puberty button is introduced and not pushed, and it's like, somebody's gonna push that button. So when the alarm goes off or when the button sounds or whatever it is in the second one, it's like, all that we imagine is gonna happen happens, and chaos happens. New emotions rush in, and the story starts.
What did you think about those new emotions?
I love them. They're so funny. Like, you know, in comedy, it's fun to have like a game to play. Like, what is your game? And there's such specific games to anxiety and embarrassment and ennui and envy that you know are gonna be just good for jokes.
Maya, I mean, I think you delivered on all those jokes with anxiety. What was it like for you to take on this role and then join this family of emotions?
It's just an honor. I mean, the first movie means so much to me and so much to my whole like generation and community. I think it really reframed the way that we knew how to talk to each other. And so to get to be a part of it and also to, I think, welcome in some more adult emotions, which I do think a massive audience for this film is adults. You know, I think the parents who took their kids, the kids who are now adults 10 years later, I think, and to offer them some more feelings that feel more complicated and more mature, while still kind of staying in this world that is so innocent and childlike and beautiful. This kind of work brings out everyone's empathy and warmth that, as intimidating as you go in, the room is so supportive and so warm, even on my audition, that you kind of forget to be intimidated until days like today.
I also love the cleverness in these films, right? Like the sarcasm, things going into the back of the mind. So those are the fun things.
Bottled up emotions.
The suppressed, bottled up emotions, right? Tell me more about that, because we learn so much about the way we think by watching these films. What was one of your favorite takeaways about learning how the mind works from this film?
There is this thing called the belief system that we all have, but what Pixar does is they make it almost these, you know, cello strings. Yeah, guitar strings that you pluck and play, and they kind of speak about what kind of person you are.
I will say, when I first saw the animation of the sense of self with the belief system, it was like looking at a painting that makes you cry. Like like even the story is not at cry level yet, but I saw it and I was like, I wish I could see my own. Like, you know, there's almost like a whoa, wow, yes, that's right, that exists or something, you know?
Sure. So thank you both so much for the time.
Thank you.
That was a true meeting of the minds, and the good times continued at the world premiere in Hollywood.
Let's take a walk down memory lane and check out all the excitement from the red carpet at the El Capitan Theater.
It took 400 people to make this movie, and a lot of them are here right now. Yes. And I'm just so proud of what we've been able to create together.
I love that we're able to feature all the new emotions in this. I think they're really relatable, and I just really hope people are able to connect with it, because it really wrestles with these emotions that are complicated and complex, but that we all have.
One of my favorite moments was being really small
and getting to play her kind of like lost and confused. It was really tender and sweet. And Kelsey Mann, the director, is awesome, so every moment with him was a joy.
So just standing in that recording booth and playing Riley for the first time just brought tears to my eyes.
Just getting to be a part of something that I think is going to really change some people's lives. I know people say that about entertainment, but reminding people that emotions are your friends is everything. Because you feel something, it's like it's all ending. It's not. Just a little anxiety. You're going to be fine.
That premiere really kicked it up a notch. The characters are incredible, and you can meet joy, sadness, and anger at the Disneyland Resort and make joyous memories of your own.
Another memory that stuck with me was visiting headquarters. From a story pitch to an animation polish review to seeing how digital camera usage in Pixar films parallels that of a live-action setup. We experienced what it's like to pitch a sequence from Inside Out 2 to director Kelsey Mann. A story artist truly brings a sequence to life by acting out every moment. From the dialogue to the sound effects, they are key to developing not only what a scene can look like, but also the rhythm of the action. After shots have been animated and approved by a director, the animation polish review takes the footage and quality checks everything from the characters being on model to ensuring the physicality and syncing of dialogue is maintained. There's a part of the process called camera and staging, where the director of photography and team begin the first part of production. Who knew that you could explore a virtual set of headquarters?
And we didn't bottle up our excitement when we chatted with Tony Hale, who voices Fear, and Lisa Lapira, who voices Disgust.
Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
I love Fear and Disgust. They seem like such fun characters to play with. Describe that process to us.
Okay, I found a physical manifestation right away because of all the characters of the original emotions. I felt like Disgust was the most teenage. So anytime I did a line, I would just look for split ends. So like, the difference is orange is not my color versus, yeah, orange is not my color. Do you hear the difference?
Isn't that good?
You literally embodied the character right there. I was seeing you transform with the hair. Okay, I got you.
I don't have the hair to play with. But if I'm in life in a place of fear and anxiety, you can't see it. There's a circus going on. So just going in that booth and being able to express what sometimes is happening inside, that was, I think, just the process of like, this is the chance to put it all on the table. And that was fun.
Okay, well, you ready to have a little bit more fun because we're going to play a game right
Yes.
now?
I love games so much.
Okay, we're going to name the emotion. I'm going to give you a word or a phrase, and I want to know the first emotion that comes to mind when you hear it. Okay, first one. Puppies.
Joy.
Joy.
Haunted house.
Fear.
Terror.
I'm curious about your next answer for this one.
Okay.
Snakes.
For some reason, like, anger comes up with me. Because they feel like they got an agenda. There's something about them. They're on the attack.
They
Feels like
feel
they're on their attack.
snaky, if you will.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
I like that.
What?
Moving.
Anxiety, because there's lots of moving. You got to plan. Lots of things could go wrong. Anxiety, right?
Okay, and Inside Out too.
Oh, joy. That's 100% joy.
And nostalgia, because the experience was so lovely. I'm already looking at Kelsey and Mark going, I'm going to miss you.
Yeah.
I want to ask, though, a Disney movie core memory for both of you. What would be that movie and why?
This sounds like I'm just pushing the movie, but Inside Out 1 was really profound for me. There was something about the whole joy and sadness working together, having compassion towards their feelings, the way they broke down the emotional life. Like, I just never seen anything like it.
But I felt all of that in this film, heart, humor,
So good,
emotion.
right?
So thank you both so much.
Thank
I love
you.
Inside Out too. And thanks for playing along with the game with us.
That's
Thanks
fun.
for like being on theme with joy. I think that's great.
It's cute.
Thank you, Tony. It was great to hear how Tony and Lisa brought their characters to life.
Right? Well, let's keep this emotional roller coaster going and talk to Lewis Black and Paul Walter Hauser, who voice anger and embarrassment. Big fans of both of you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Lewis, my first question's for you.
Yeah.
Do you think anger has altered his perceptions of Riley now that she's a teenager? And if so, how?
Well, I mean, just the fact that he's listening
Yeah.
characters and paying attention, and that there's more concern in like the first couple of scenes he's in than were in the whole movie last time. Every so often, there would be a little bit of like where you could see him changing, but this is the first time you see the that change come to fruition.
Yeah, I got to see the movie, which is so good. Like, the first one's one of my favorites of all time, and this is also now one of my favorites. But it's like, he has an arc. So many of these characters have arcs. And Paul, how was it trying to make an impact with a character that doesn't say too much? Did anything inspire your performance?
Well, thankfully, the writing really sets it up for a great arc, and the idea of sort of being complicit and then having a change of heart, and that was really cool to see. But as far as a performance, it was just trying to improvise and throw things at the wall and hope something sticks. And I probably put too much thought into it because there wasn't as much. And I'm like, how do I say it perfectly? But it turned out really great, and I'm just honored to be a part of the ensemble.
It really shines through in your performance, too.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna play a quick game with you both. I'm gonna say a series of words and phrases, and I'd like you to say the first emotion that comes to mind. Puppies.
Joy.
Yeah. Sadness.
Snakes.
I would say aggression. Like, I'd want to match it with like trying to be tough.
A pickle corn dog.
Disgust.
Oh, that would be the halfway.
Yeah.
2 more. Disneyland.
Happiness.
Yeah, joy, exuberance.
Yeah. Finally, Inside Out 2.
Satisfaction.
Historic.
I agree. Well, you're both terrific in the film. I love this movie so much.
Oh, great.
Seriously.
Well, so do we. I'm
so proud of it.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm stunned by it.
Well, thanks for your time today.
No, thank you.
Lisa, being here at Pixar Fest is the perfect place to celebrate Inside Out 2.
Yes, the best emotional whirlwind ever. What have been some of your favorite things here?
Well, definitely the new Inside Out 2 pre-show for World of Color. It's a water short called Emotional Roller Coaster that highlights Inside Out 2, and for a limited time, we can enjoy it ahead of World of Color 1. The show really brings the film to life. All the lights and effects are out of this world, and it's easy to get emotional watching it.
Agreed. I also love the Together Forever, a Pixar nighttime spectacular, which is lighting up the skies, and our Inside Out friends can be found there too.
There's so many incredible things to do here at Pixar Fest. From the parades to the themed food and beverage, there's something for everyone.
Well, I already feel a little nostalgia about all the memories we've made, so I think it's time for a new memory.
Yeah, see Inside Out 2 now playing only in theaters.
And if you're feeling like a little more Disney magic in your life, you can celebrate all the worlds of Disney all year long by becoming a D23 Gold member.
Find out more about all the benefits of being a D23 Gold member by visiting joind23.com. Thanks so much for watching.
And from all of us here at D23, see you real soon.